I welcome you back to our SBA Internal Report training. And in our previous video, we validated the cells, and I gave you an assignment to continue with the other cells for the class test and for the homework. So I believe you have all done that. If you have not, please, I beg you to pause this video and complete the validation before you continue with this or with today's activity. Now today we are going to enter formulas and some functions. We're going to enter formulas and some functions. So first of all, we need to enter the formula for this area. So we are going to find formula for here. We input the formula for this side too, then the formula for total 20%, then the formula for total 30%, formula for class score 30%, formula for so this one will be no formula, then formula for exam 70%, then overall total score we use formulas here. Then position subject also, we are not going to use formula, but we use function. Find the function we call rank. Then we use grade also, we have a function that we are going to use. Then remarks, we are going to use functions. So these two columns, grade and remarks, we are going to use function we call VLOOKUP. Now let's go straight to our first function, our first formula. So let's select this side, and what we are going to do here is we are to add the cells here. These 4 cells will give us 40, because 10 plus 10 plus 10 give us 40. So we are going to add these cells. So we have different formulas of different formula that we can use. So the first one is the addition formula, simple addition. That is, you add this cell to this cell, then this cell to this cell, and you get the total. So the only time you are entering a formula of a function, the first thing you need to do is to input your equal sign. Now we are going to add. So the first function, the first cell is D4, so you enter D4, then you bring your plus or the addition sign. Then the second cell is E4, then you bring your sign again, and the third is F4, then the last one is G4, then you hit on enter. So the formula has been inputted. So this is one way of using or adding cells. Then after you have done that, you autofill, then it will fill everything for you. It will automatically generate the formulas for all other cells for you. Now we are also going to add here, but we are not going to use the first one. I want to teach you another way of adding cells. So we are going to use the sum function. We're going to use the sum function or the sum formula. So first of all, you need to select the cell you want to input the function. You hit your equal sign, then you type sum, 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 then you bring your open brackets. So which we are going to select the range of cells that we are going to sum, and they are in order. So you use column to sum all. So the first cell is I4, that's the first cell. Then you bring your column, then the last cell is K4. So the column will allow you to select a range of cells in order. But if they are in order, you can use the column in place of the addition sign. But if they are not in column, they are not in line, or they are not in order, that means you need to use the addition sign. So after you have entered the last cell, then you click on you close the bracket, hit on enter, then you autofill. Good. So we are going to do the same thing to this side. So you select the cell here, equal to, then sum, you open the bracket, then the first cell is M4, then you bring a column, then the last cell is P4, then you close the bracket, then you hit your enter, then after that you autofill. So that is how we add cells. Now let's move forward. Let's go to the total score. The total score, that means we are going to add the 40, total 40, and the other 20 to make it as to make you get 100%. So simply we are going to use the plus formula. So you select the cell, you click on the equal sign, then you first enter the first cell. The first cell for the 40 is H4 plus the second cell is L4, then plus the last one is where the 20 is Q4, then you hit on enter, then your formula will be there, then you autofill. Good. Now we are going to the 30% score. We are going to make reference to the 100%. So the 100% are going to convert to 30%. So 30% is of 100 is 30 over 100 times the number or the value of this area. So 30%, 30 over 100 is the same as 0.3. 30%, that is 30 over 100, is the same as 0.3. So we are not going to input 30 over 100. We are going to use 0.3. Then we multiply it by the cell here. So this is how the formula is going to be. You bring an equal sign, then you enter 0.3. Then you bring your additions, multiplication sign. You normally use the asterisk for the multiplication. Then you multiply by the cell that you are making reference to. So this is the cell you are making reference to. That is R4. So R4, then hit on enter. So you have it here, then you autofill. Sorry. Now the 100% is for the exam score. That's the raw score for 100%. So we don't need any formula here. But the 70% is where we need the formula. So this one too, I think we need to validate. So let's validate it fast. Let's try validate. Let me try and enter some values here. You see it has accepted. So we need to validate this cell too. So let's go straight to data and validate it fast. Okay, data validation. So then we continue from the whole number 0, 10, 100, then error. Enter. From 0 to 100. Then hit on enter. 0. Okay. Then you autofill, or you click and drag. Good. So let's try and see if it works. Good. It works. So then let's come to the 70%. So 70%, as we did for the 30%, we're going to do the same thing for 70%. So that is 0.7 times the cell you're making reference to. So hit your equal sign, then 0.7. Then you multiply it by the cell. Which cell are you making reference to? That's T4. Then hit on enter. Then you autofill. Now with the overall total score, we are going to add the 70% and the 30%. That's the cells that we are going to add. So hit on equal sign. Then the first cell is S4. S4, then plus the 70% cell is U4, then hit on enter, then you get your overall score, then you autofill. Good. So we have finished with the formulas. Now let's get to the function. The function, we are going to start with the position. So position, we are going to use something function we call rank. So after you have selected the cell that you are making reference to, or you say you want to input the formula there, then you come into the formula bar here, then there's FX here, you click on FX, then this dialog box will appear. You are going to use rank. So look at this list. If you can't see rank here, then you need to search for it. So you enter rank here, then you click on go, then the rank will come. But if the rank is already there, you just click on it and hit your OK, or you double click on it, the rank function argument will appear. Now we are going to rank. So which number are you going to rank? That is, we are going to rank V4. That's the V4, that's the total score. That's what we are going to rank. Then we are making reference to the range of cells that we are going to rank. We are going to find the position. That means that is from this side. So you come and click on the first cell, then you drag to the last person, then you leave it, and after that you come back to your dialog box, then you highlight the whole text in the reference, then hit on F4. That is absolute reference, F4. Then you click on OK. You get your position here. So the best person is only one person that you have selected, so it's first. Then you autofill, then you get your positions here. Now with the grade, we need to create a grading system. So this is a sample of the grading system. So this is how the grading system looks like. So under the grading system, you have the academic grading system. That is if you are using it for SHS. So this is how they grade the results, their marks. That's the academic grading system. Then for the primary and the GHS, this is how they grade them. So they use the numbers instead of the numbers and the letters. Then this one is not much important, but with this the new curriculum uses this grading system. The new curriculum, the standard-based curriculum use this grading system. So if you are designing something for the primary or the KG, you can use this grading system. Then we have the list of subjects. So this is the list of subjects we are going to use. You are going to use 10 subjects. We are going to use 10. So this is the list of subjects that we are going to use. Then the aggregate, we use this one for another purpose. So when the time can explain, this is not much important, but we may use it in another function. Now this is the remarks for teachers remarks and class test remarks. You see, when you are preparing the terminal report, you need the teachers remarks and the teachers remarks. So this is where you are going to look for the remarks. So this is how the grading system looks like. So I don't want us to waste much time on the designing, because we have already learned how to create borders and how to color cells and others. So what you're going to do here is for this one, there is a tab. It's a shape, and also we have linked it to the dashboard. So when you get there, when you get to the linking of cells, we talk about that. So for now, let's ignore this. The back to dashboard shape here, let's ignore it and concentrate on this. Sorry. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to copy the whole area, the whole system here. so that it will not waste much of our time. But I want you to design it on your own. So with this, the remarks, you can choose your own words. So this is the words I'm using. So you can choose your own words to design your system. So let me copy this side, the whole area here. Okay, let me so let me copy the whole area here, then Control C. Then I come back to my sheet, the sheet I'm working on. Then I will create a new sheet. Then I'll paste it here, Control V. Then I will name the sheet grading system. Grading system. Then let's try to give it a black color. Okay. Now we need to adjust it a little so that it will look nice. So I'll adjust it. Okay, I'll open this one. Then this side too, I'll open it. I hope you have not forgotten how to enlarge cells, how to open up cells. Please, it's very important. With this training, it's very important how to adjust cells and others. Now we have our grading system ready and intact. So this is our grading system. Now let's go back to our subject sheet. Now we have our grading system. So this is where we are going to use. We are going to, as I said, we are designing for primary. This template is for primary. So if in your own free time, you can also, or if you want to design some, you can also design for JHS, you can design for SHS. That depends on your preference. But in this tutorial, in this training, we are designing for primary. So the primary is the grading system that we want to use for primary. It is. So you go back to your English or the subject list. Then we are going to find the grade. So as I said, we are going to use a function called VLOOKUP. So first of all, you select the cell, then you go to FX. Then you search for the VLOOKUP. If the VLOOKUP is not among this list, you need to search it here. So you type the VLOOKUP, then you click on Go to look for you, to search for you. Then you double click on it, or you click and then press OK. Now the lookup value, the value we are looking at. So what is the value? We are dealing with overall. So this is the overall, the value that we are looking for. So you click on it to select it. Now the table array, that is the table that we are going to find the grade on. So you select this area, then you go to your grading system. So this is the table array, the table that we are going to, we want to select we want to get the grade. So this is the grade. So you click on the score, then you drag, you right click, sorry, left click and drag to select the whole grading system for primary. Then after that, you come back to your dialog box again, then you select that whole input, then you hit on F4 to make it absolute reference. Then the column index. So you look at this side, the score is the first one, the grade, the remarks and others. So the score is always 1, this one is 2, then the remarks is 3. So the from the range, or from the order, in orderly grade is the second. So the column index is 2. then you hit on. After you've entered the 2, that because we are dealing with grade, so the grade score is 1, then grade is 2, then remarks is 3. So the grade is 2, so you enter the 2, then hit on enter or OK. Then your grade will be there for you. Then you autofill. Good. Now the same way we are going to use the remarks. So you go to FX and double click on VLOOKUP. Then the range, the lookup value, we are still using raw score. So you select the cell that we are looking at. Then table array. The table array, you go to a grading system, and the remarks is here is the remarks that we are going to deal with. So you select the score, then you select the whole area here. Then you come back to the dialog box and select the whole area. Then click on you click on F4. Click on F4. F4. Then you go to the next one. The reason why we did the absolute reference is that from the table or from the sheet, we are dealing with the first person only, but we need the formula to be applied to all other cells. That's why we're using absolute reference. So what we are doing for the first cell, when you autofill, you should do the same thing to other cells. That's why we use absolute reference. Then column. The column index, we are dealing with remarks. So as I said, the score is 1, grade is 2, then the remarks is 3. So you click on 3. But anytime you click on 3, make sure your answer, you check your answer. If your answer is appearing as how you want it, then your column index is correct. So somebody may type 4. You see that the answer is not coming. So the correct one is 3. Then you see that the field will be here. Then you click on OK. Then you have your remarks there. Then you autofill. Good. So this is how we use the grading system to find our grade and our remarks. Now we are through with the grading system. So we are through with the subject sheet. So what we are going to do is that we are going to create additional 9 sheets, because we are dealing with 10 subjects. We are going to duplicate the subject list or the subject sheet. We need to copy. The reason we are going to copy, we can create a new sheet and do the same thing to it, but there may be some difference. So without wasting our time, we are going to copy this cell or this sheet 9 times. So we have a simple way of doing that. That is, you need to activate the sheet tab, that the sheet that you want to copy. Then you click on control, then you left click. Whilst your mouse pointer is on the tab, click on control without removing your hand. Then you left click, then you drag. You can drag to the left, you can drag to the right. So you drag and you leave it. So that is the first one. You click on it, you drag, then you leave it. So it will be creating the sheet for you. The reason why we are doing this is because we want the same information on what we've done, the sheet that we have created first, the same information to be on the other sheet. So we have created 3, so we need more. So 6, we have 6 sheets, 7. So I said we are creating 9. So 8 and the 8. and then with the last one 9. So we are now going to, we have created now 9 additional sheets, and let's verify and see whether the information that we have on the first sheet is there intact. You see, everything is there. And let's see the validation, the cell validation, if it's also there. It's also there. That means every function, every formula, every setting that we've made in the first cell is active. So what you're going to do is you're going to edit it. So the first one is let's say maths. We have English already, so we're going to use this kind of one for maths. Sorry, you rename, then select maths. Then the next one, let's use science. Then we use language, which the Ghana language. Then we go to history. Okay, history is a reserved name, so then let's add history 1. Let's add 1 to history, so that it will accept it. Good. Then the next one, computing. Then we have I think it's RME to be there. Then once again, OWOP, our word, our people. OWOP is there. Then what subject again? Okay, let me go and check the grade system and see if there are some subjects I'm yet to enter. Okay, P and creative art. Good. So it's left with P and creative art. So arts. Then the last one is P, physical education. Good. Now we have our 10 subject sheets. So we need to still do the editing. So the name here must change. Physical education. And this one to be creative art. We have our word, religious, then computing, history, okay, so this one we have Ghana language. Science, Then we have the last one, mathematics. So we have now created our sheets, our subject sheet. So let's try to give them colors to distinguish them for us. So I'll end here and continue in our next video. In the next video, we are going to do more interesting thing. God bless you all. Bye bye.